There's an old text that a lot of people wished would just vanish. It uncovered a truth that allowed everyday folks to tap into something that was only meant for the elite. The fact is, we all have the ability to shape and control energy. This ancient manuscript, full of symbols and hidden meanings, taught those in the know how to harness it. This text wasn't feared just for its mystical ideas. No, it was buried because it was meant to be a practical guide for manipulating energy. Within those pages, there are steps that help people unlock an inner force that affects not just our bodies, but reality itself. It outlines how to control the same energy that drives stars, sparks emotions, and influences everything around us. The ancients referred to it as life force, while mystics called it divine light. But today, we simply think of it as raw energy, and the best part, it's yours to direct. When you grasp how this energy field works, you stop just reacting to life and start crafting it. This was knowledge they never wanted you to have, because mastering your energy means no one can control you. The text we're talking about? It's the Corpus Hermeticum. It's the pinnacle of ancient wisdom from the mystics of Greece and Egypt. At its heart lies a fundamental principle that's been stripped away over time. Your inner world doesn't just mirror reality, it creates it. The wise ones taught that the mind isn't limited to your head, and energy isn't confined to your body. What you think, feel, and focus on doesn't stay inside. It radiates out and shapes your reality. The ancients didn't just speculate about higher powers. They laid down a system. They believed every human is a tiny version of the universe. When your inner energy is aligned, you can influence life in ways most can't even imagine. Your thoughts aren't just noise, and your emotions aren't background chatter. They're the very building blocks of energy transmission. Every change in your inner state, every mindful breath, and every focused intention sends a signal into that energy field. When that signal is scattered, everything feels off. But when it's directed properly, something amazing happens. The world starts to react. This is the forgotten aim of Hermetic practice, not just to know yourself, but to master how your energy influences everything around you. Stop losing power without even realizing it. Start shaping it with care. Controlling energy isn't just about rituals or performances. It begins the moment you understand that you're always sending out signals. The real question is, are you doing it accidentally or intentionally? Once you grasp that, the training can begin. You've felt this energy before, even if you didn't recognize it. Remember that chill down your spine when you think someone is watching? Or the heavy tension you feel when you enter a room filled with unspoken conflict? Think about the warmth coming from someone you trust, even without words. These moments aren't random. They're direct interactions with the subtle energy that surrounds everything. Energy perception is real. It's an extension of your awareness, something you weren't taught to notice, like hearing or touch. It's a sense that's kind of gone to sleep but hasn't vanished. It just faded because of the busyness of life. But here's the game changer. You can train this perception. If you've ever felt a tingle in your hands for no clear reason, or a pressure in your forehead when you really focus, your body was already picking up signals from the energy field. You just didn't have the words to describe it. This book shows you that energy is not just something that exists, but that your body is built to feel it. You're like an antenna. Once you start tuning in on purpose, everything changes. But recognizing it is just the beginning. To really engage with this energy, you need to move from just sensing it to actively working with it. A musician hears notes before learning to play. You need to learn how to direct what you feel, starting with the most basic energy tool you have, your breath. Your breath is much more than just a physical function. It's the quickest link between your body, your emotions, and your energy field. Every tradition that teaches energy mastery, whether it's Hermetic, Yogic, or Taoist, begins with this. Yet, many people go through life barely breathing, shallow and unconscious, completely missing out on the power in every inhale and exhale. When you were a child, before stress and all the conditioning, your belly rose and fell naturally, flowing energy through you like a river. Tension builds up, and soon your breath becomes shallow. Your breathing shifts to just your chest, making it harder to connect with that energy inside you. Before you know it, you're cutting yourself off from your own life force. But here's the good news. You don't have to believe in anything fancy to change this. All you need is to breathe with purpose. According to the ancient texts, breath carries spirit, that unseen spark tying together your mind, body, and soul. They say that if you master your breath, you can control not just how you feel physically, but your entire energy. To manage energy effectively, you first need to grasp how it flows through you, not as some mystical force floating around, but as a structured system linked to your mind and spirit. These ancient teachings don't dive into chakras or energy pathways. Instead, they offer something even more basic, a three-part view of existence. Think of your physical body, your deeper self, and that divine spark all working together, acting as channels for universal energy. To the masters, the body isn't merely flesh, it's a vessel, a sacred space for divine energy. Your soul acts like a bridge, either letting energy flow freely or blocking it with confusion, desire, or feeling disconnected from something bigger. When your inner world is in harmony, when you have clear thoughts and balance your emotions, your soul shines bright. Energy moves through you like light through glass. But when you're fragmented, anxious, or just reacting impulsively, your soul clouds over and the energy gets distorted. You might feel tired, chaotic, or like your life is off track. That's why these ancient texts emphasize purification, getting rid of the clutter. Every moment of clarity, stillness, or focus brightens your inner mirror, allowing divine energy to flow without any roadblocks. When the energy moves, your body feels lighter, your perception sharpens, and your actions start lining up with your goals, almost as if they're on autopilot. The aim has always been clear. Become a channel for that energy, not by trying to summon power from outside, but by unlocking what's already within you. Your mind directs, your soul conducts, and your body becomes the pathway. Once these three are in sync, energy responds to your intentions exactly as you want it to. Your hands aren't just tools, they're extensions of your mind and soul, shaped by that divine presence. Every gesture, every move you make has a purpose. When your mind is clear and your intentions are strong, even something as simple as your hands can become powerful tools for directing energy. The ancient texts may not lay out physical techniques, but they highlight an important truth. The universe reacts to where you place your attention. What you focus on, you bring to life. Where you direct your awareness, you start to influence. So here's a simple practice to illustrate this idea. Energy follows attention. Rub your palms together until they're warm, then slowly pull them apart. Close your eyes and concentrate on the space between your hands while you breathe slowly. Pay attention to what you feel, maybe a tingling, a slight pressure, or a pulsing sensation. These aren't just figments of your imagination, they're your energy field responding to your focus. Now picture a ball of energy forming between your palms. With intent, try to expand and compress it, rotate it, shape it. The more focused you are, the more solid that sensation becomes. This is energy molded by your will. It's not something from the outside, but something ignited from within. Hermetic wisdom teaches that a divine mind flows through everything. When you learn to concentrate, quiet the noise, and direct your attention, you're tapping into that mind. You're not just creating energy, you're reorganizing it. And with regular practice, this skill turns into a form of command. As your sensitivity to energy heightens, so does your susceptibility to it. The more in tune you become, the more you'll notice the heavy, chaotic vibrations around you. Just like you wouldn't walk barefoot on shards of glass, you need to guard yourself in the energetic realm. Energy can be clingy. It attaches itself to you through conversations, environments, emotional exchanges, and even thoughts. That sluggish feeling after chatting with certain people, or the fog in your mind after scrolling through negativity, that's not just a bad mood, it's your energy field picking up static. Traditions like Hermeticism recognized the need for regular energetic cleanliness. They taught that cleansing isn't just nice to have, it's necessary. Without it, you end up carrying burdens that aren't yours, confusing external noise for your own truth, and your ability to shape energy gets muddled. Start with your breath. Take a deep inhale through your nose, and as you exhale, imagine breathing out all that heavy, stuck energy from your body like smoke. Take your time and really focus on it. As you do this, start to move your hands slowly over your body, but don't touch your skin. It's like you're gently sweeping away invisible dust. To go deeper, consider using water. Baths with coarse salt, rosemary, or lavender can pull out old energy and restore balance. As you soak, picture that heaviness melting away and going down the drain. When you focus on your intentions, water becomes more than just a way to relax. It turns into a powerful tool. But cleansing is just part of the process. The other part is about protection. Close your eyes and take deep breaths. Imagine a glowing sphere of light growing around you, bright, strong, and unbreakable. This is your protective shield. You can picture it in gold for strength, blue for calm, or white for purity, whatever feels good to you. The clarity of your intention is what matters. With practice, this shield will feel like a second skin, subtle yet strong, filtering what comes your way. Grounding is also crucial. When your energy feels chaotic or jumbled, it rises and spins. Get outside, walk barefoot, or sit under a tree. Nature helps release excess energy and brings you back to balance. Remember, you're like a living energy field. Just like any system with stored energy, you need to know how to release, restore, and protect it. Once you learn to maintain your energy, you won't just react, you'll radiate. Cleansing and protection are vital, but true mastery is about transmutation. It's about transforming heavy, uncomfortable, or negative energy into something powerful. Hermetic wisdom teaches us to turn the gross into the subtle, and the subtle into the divine. Just like alchemists aim to make lead into gold, you can turn pain into clarity, fatigue into focus, and fear into will. The first step is awareness. When you sense tightness in your chest, tension in your belly, or a buzzing behind your eyes, pause. Don't push it away. Notice it. Ask yourself where it's coming from. What thought, feeling, or interaction created this sensation? That awareness becomes your tool for transformation. You're no longer just carrying that energy, you're examining it with insight. Now, shift your attention to your solar plexus, right above your belly button. This is your inner furnace. As you breathe in, imagine a golden flame in that spot. See it glowing steadily. With every breath out, feed that flame your heavy emotions. Whatever you're feeling, let it burn away, turning into light, strength, and energy. Colors can be powerful too. Each hue carries its own energy vibe. Take violet, for example, used for ages in mystical practices to transform energy. Picture violet light surrounding you. Imagine it washing over your body, clearing away negativity and reshaping your energy field. If you're feeling drained or out of sorts, switch to gold or white. These colors can brighten, restore, and awaken you. Sound is also magical. A low hum, a long can shake loose stuck energy. It vibrates through you, helping to realign everything. You don't have to be a great singer. Just let the sound flow through you with purpose. Here's the key. Energy itself is neutral. What we call negative energy is often just energy stuck in the wrong place or form. But when you learn to redirect it, suddenly everything is useful. Pain turns into wisdom. Restlessness ignites motivation. Your shadows become fuel. Transmutation is about taking control. You start to realize that energy is not something to fear. It's something to shape. Nothing clings to you unless you allow it. No one has power over you unless you agree. And that understanding, more than any ritual or method, is true power. The Corpus Hermeticum teaches that power doesn't come from objects. Instead, it emphasizes that the universe responds to clear intention and alignment with the divine. Transformation starts on the inside, and the outside follows. Modern practitioners often use tools like crystals and symbols, not as sources of power, but as ways to amplify what's already within. They carry a hermetic principle. What you focus on in your mind can influence the physical world. Crystals, for instance, have stable structures that resonate with certain frequencies. Quartz can amplify your focus, amethyst can soothe, and obsidian can protect. Crystals don't generate energy, they enhance the energy you put into them. If your intentions are strong, the tools reflect that. If they're muddled, they won't help at all. Symbols work on a deeper level too. Ancient Hermetic wisdom taught that our souls connect with forms just as much as with ideas. The divine communicates through both. Symbols, sacred geometry, and glyphs might not be in the original texts, but they still play a crucial role. They capture intent and make it easy to visualize energy in a way that you can grasp. When you meditate on a symbol or use a charged object or geometric patterns in a ritual, you're not skipping the inner work, you're actually strengthening it. These tools connect your inner energy with your reality. Hermeticism teaches us that you are the power. The tools are merely extensions, helping you focus, but they don't have strength without you. When you use them rightly, they can make the unseen more visible, but the energy they channel is always yours. Energy isn't meant to be stagnant. Just like water gets stale when it sits too long, the energy inside you can also stagnate. While the Corpus Hermeticum doesn't detail physical movements, it often describes humans as vessels for divine energy. To find peace of mind and harmony of spirit is essential, but moving your body is also key. Throughout history, many cultures have created movement practices to help energy flow through the body. Techniques like Tai Chi, yoga, and the microcosmic orbit come from different parts of the globe, yet share a core truth of Hermeticism. The body is a channel, and mindful movement enhances that energy flow. One way to practice this is by picturing a loop of energy moving through you. Sit upright, breathe deeply, and with each inhale, imagine energy rising up your spine from the base to the crown. Then as you exhale, guide that energy back down to your root. While this practice has roots in Taoist alchemy, it reflects the Hermetic idea of harmony between movement, intention, and the divine spark within you. Other movements like twists, undulations, and lengthened breaths can tune your energy and help break up stagnation. This isn't just exercise, it transforms into a ritual. Every move becomes purposeful, every breath serves as a connection. Hermeticism emphasizes aligning your body with your soul with your spirit, and your spirit with the divine mind. Movement, when paired with awareness and intention, embodies this alignment, not just in thought, but in action. Each thought you have is more than just a mental exercise. It's all about vibrations. They hold weight and create echoes in your energy field. The Hermetic masters knew this long before neuroscience figured it out. They taught that thought is the foundation of creation. It's the pattern that matter shapes itself around. Your field picks up on this, and while a single doubt can fade away, repeated thoughts, especially the ones packed with emotion, start to solidify in your energy. They become harder to shake off. This is why people often feel trapped, stuck in the echo chamber of their own unchecked energy. But here's the good news. You can change it. By consciously choosing thoughts that reflect who you want to become and holding on to them with clarity and emotion, you begin to shift your field. You leave a new imprint, and suddenly life starts showing you fresh patterns. Start small. Pick one empowering phrase that resonates with you. Not just any affirmation, but a sentence that feels like a real statement of intent. Breathe with it, charge it, write it down, and say it out loud. Keep it in your energy long enough, and the old patterns will start to fade away. The Hermetic teachings weren't just poetic. They laid out laws that dictate energy as definitively as gravity governs physical matter. One key principle is this: everything vibrates, nothing is still. The frequency you maintain shapes the quality of your reality. When your energy is low, filled with feelings like guilt or resentment, your reality feels heavy and reactive. But when you lift your frequency with clarity, joy, gratitude, or just a moment of stillness, your energy becomes bright and magnetic. Good things start to come your way because you're in harmony with what you want. Raising your frequency doesn't mean pretending to be happy or pushing away emotions. It's about finding alignment. You can use your breath, sound, movement, or even solitude to recalibrate. The transformation happens inside, but it shows up outside. People start treating you differently, doors swing open, and the heaviness lifts when you walk into a space. Life isn't just something that happens to you. According to Hermetic wisdom, life flows through you. Your reality isn't set in stone. It's a living reflection. Every event, every person, every trigger is a mirror of your current energy state. This means you have power over it. You're not just a victim of chance. You're shaping your experiences with your energy. Think about the energy you're putting out there, whether you realize it or not. If your relationships feel all over the place, if you keep hitting dead ends, or if life just feels heavy, take a moment to pause. Don't let yourself spiral. Instead, look within. What are you sending out into the world? This is a key idea found in many mystical teachings. Your surroundings aren't against you. They just reflect your own energy. Next time something bothers you, Ask yourself, what in me drew this in? What needs to change for me to let it go? This is what a skilled practitioner does. They no longer dwell in darkness, but instead reshape the light that created those shadows. Once you learn how to sense, shape, and move energy through your body, you'll come to a powerful realization. It isn't just about how you feel inside. It impacts the world around you too. Every thought, every emotion, every breath ripples through your surroundings. Those ripples come back to you as experiences and outcomes. The ancient Hermeticists knew this well. That's why they were so careful with their words, rituals, and intentions. They understood that reality isn't fixed. It's flexible, energetic, and it reacts to where you focus your attention. You're not merely absorbing what's around you, you're also broadcasting it out. This hidden power is what the book reveals. Every wish you hold, when charged with emotion and clearly visualized, becomes a seed in the energetic field. If you attach it to an object, a gesture, or a daily habit, it starts to gain weight. Repeat it often, and the energy grows stronger. This is how energy turns into matter and intentions turn into results. But here's the catch. Just like you can shape your reality with positive intentions, you can also mess it up with doubt, fear, and a scattered mindset. That's why the true journey isn't just about creating, it's about mastering your inner state. Because energy follows your emotions, and emotions shape your outcomes. The Hermetic teachings didn't give spells, they offered reflections. They showed you that the external world mirrors your internal energy. If you want to change that reflection, you must first adjust your signal. So now it's a straightforward choice. Will you project your energy intentionally or just let it happen by chance? The energy has always been there, flowing constantly. What comes next is entirely up to you. Do you have your own experiences with energy? Are you looking to take control of your life? If so, drop a comment below. I'm Rory Rosa, and I really appreciate you tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe and keep an eye out for more awesome content. Until next time.